Hello everyone, my name is Ashley, the Business Development Manager at Ray White Rochdale, and today I have a very special guest with me, Carrie Bevendarv. She is a certified accountant and director of Moore Stephens. Carrie, thank you for joining me.
It's my pleasure, Ashley. Thank you.
With tax time certainly upon us, I thought it would be a great idea to get Carrie in here to help answer some questions surrounding residential property investors, and for her to highlight some tax advantages that perhaps you're not doing. So we'll just dive straight into it. Excellent. All right. Well, I guess my first question that I have for you, as a residential property investor, what can I claim during tax time?
Usually you can claim anything that you have purchased which will help you earn your assessable income. So when it's a rental property, we're speaking about the larger items, interest on a loan you might have taken out to purchase that rental property, property management fees if you've got somebody looking after your property, which we always recommend. Any purchases, new purchases of, if it's a furnished apartment perhaps that you're renting, any sort of purchases, any repairs and maintenance costs, they can all be deducted at tax time.
Yeah, great. Excellent. I love that property management fees can be tax deductible. So no arguing with the management fee then. Just kidding. There's always room for negotiation. How can a residential property investor ensure they're maximizing their return during tax time?
I think obviously before 30 June, if you do have repairs and maintenance that need to be done, say some plumbing work, or you need to purchase something new for your property, and the tax deduction would be better for you in this financial year, obviously that's something you should do. Just remembering that any asset needs to be purchased and installed and ready for use before 30th of June. That's a big one. Also trying not to dilute perhaps your loans with personal purchases. Every time you draw down, it might be attractive to you interest-wise maybe, or the bank might find it easier for the one loan. But if you start diluting it with private purchases, the percentage that you can claim of the interest will start decreasing year after year. So keep those loans pure. Maximising is just thinking about, don't ever just do anything for tax purposes obviously, but keep all of your receipts so that when it comes to tax time you remember to claim those as a deduction.
Yeah, so. Great. Yeah, that's excellent. That's something that I always try to do throughout the year. I've got a folder, I just put my receipts in it, and then as tax time comes around, I've kind of got everything all organized. So that's something that my mom, who's an accountant, taught me to do. Yeah. So there you go. It's good
and
to be.
And these days, you can have, there's quite a few apps where you can just take a photo, and the ATO accepts digital receipts and substantiation. So if you've, I know I keep mine in an app called Genius, and that goes to the cloud, so then I can just get rid of the paper.
Oh, excellent. Well, there you go. You don't even need a folder. You can just take a picture and it catalyzes it for you. So that's great. Excellent. Yeah. Well, I guess the last question that I have is, how can investors better prepare for the financial year in general? What are some tips? I know we spoke about keeping the receipts or catalyzing them.
I guess it's not just to prepare for end of tax year or the financial year, it's knowing what you're spending as you're going. And if you go to your accountant with a shoebox full of receipts, that not only means you're disorganised, but it's more that you're not aware of what you're spending on your property. And everybody that has an investment should take an interest in that investment and keep track during the year. So just prepare for the year. Obviously contact your banks to see if you can get lower interest rates, those sort of things. It just takes stock, and the more investment properties you get, I think the more you do have to be organised. You can't be all over the place. We've seen it all as accountants.
I'm sure you have.
We can put in place some sort of structure for investors so that they're ready for the next financial year.
That's great. Well, some real good advice there from Carrie from Moore Stephens. And look, if you've got more questions, a little bit more detail you want to go into, reach out to Carrie for more Stevens, certified accountant and director. They're certainly serious about success, and it was a pleasure having her here
Thanks
today.
for having me.
Thanks,
Ashley.